Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. Right off the bat, now I hope you're all doing well and having a lovely start to your week. I am recording this like 2 days after the Easter long weekend, so Easter was a pretty busy weekend for my partner and I, and yeah, didn't really feel like much of a break, but that's kind of how vacation and long weekends kind of work, I think. So yeah, just kind of settling back in, trying to relax a little bit. With that, I've been reading a bit more to just knock myself out and help me disconnect, which is really helpful. And I picked up a couple of new books on top of another book that I'm currently reading, and yeah, I was just gonna take you through it. So there are 4 books that I'm gonna run through. Pardon. Yeah, 4 books that I'm gonna run through. Damn, okay, there's gonna be a little bit of background noise. I am filming this during the day, so it's well, during the day, during like afternoon time, it's like 5:30, so highly likely it's going to be a little bit busy with people driving past on our street, so please forgive me. I hope it's not too distracting, but yeah, so I've got 4 books, and I'm currently reading one of them, and I got this book because my partner had read, or I believe listened to it on an audiobook, and then we went to go watch this movie, which is based on a book, and that is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. So this book is, I'm currently, I'd say, 30-40% way through. It's really good. And it's obviously a little bit different considering I've seen the movie, so I kind of know how it ends and what the, I guess not even cliffhangers, but what the spoilers are. And that's okay. I actually ended up picking up this book because I loved the movie so much, and there were so many things that I wanted answers to. I don't know if you can hear that, so I'm just gonna wait. Sorry, I had to cut the video there because there were police sirens in the background, but yeah, so watched this in the cinema, really loved it, had a lot of questions that my partner just kind of was like, listen, the answers that you want are in the book, so read it. And usually I'm not a fiction person. I do not really read fiction. I struggle to get into it, but I was in love with the story of this, and like in the movie, and I figured why not, like, goddamn. So Andy Weir has done The Martian as well, which is another pretty, it's another pretty sci-fi heavy book and then movie. I believe he's also written Artemis, and I would say all of his books are pretty heavy into sci-fi, and what I'm currently really liking about this book is there's a lot of really complex scientific concepts and ideas in here, and I find the way that Andy Weir has written about it has made it relatively easy to digest and understand. always really struggled. If it was anything human biology related, I was pretty good with it, but yeah, anything where chemistry and formulas or anything of that nature, and I was out. I couldn't do it. I really, really struggled with it. But in saying that, although I struggled, I still really like it, and I love trying to wrap my head around these concepts and ideas, and yeah, I think this book does a really good job at exactly that. You really don't have to be a scientist to read this book and to go, oh yeah, I get it. I would say it's definitely a hard sci-fi, and quite a lot of survival themes in this book. If you've seen the movie, you would know. I'll read you the blurb at the back. So it says, a lone astronaut, an impossible mission, an ally he never imagined. Rylan Grace is the sole survivor on a desperate last chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and the Earth itself will perish. But right now, he doesn't know that. All he knows is that he's been asleep for a very, very long time, and he's just woken up to find himself hurtling through space, millions of miles from home. It's up to him to puzzle out an impossible scientific mystery, and he's got to do it all alone. Or does he? I want to try to leave spoilers out of this one because it's relatively new to cinemas, and yes, the book's been out for a while, and yes, people have had opportunities to read it, but just go and enjoy it if you want to, and I won't spoil anything. I really love the movie. I was in tears in certain parts of the movie, and I just think it was done really, really well. Ryan Gosling also does a really good job at playing Rylan Grace, who is the lone astronaut. But yeah, this was beautiful and super cinematic. I really like the cinematography of some of the scenes, and it's space related, so I don't think you can go wrong with creating or recreating some of the really fascinating and spectacularly beautiful things that happen in space. But yeah, if you've been thinking about going to see this movie or even reading this book, I actually can't recommend it enough. I will go and see the movie again, most likely, probably after I've read the book. So I am in a bit of a time crunch to get this done, but like I said, I'm about 30 or 40% way through, so I started it yesterday. Fingers crossed I'll have it done in the next couple of days. But yeah, I think overall, my final verdict is that this is probably one of the most accessible and satisfying sci-fi novels. I'll just say that. Alright, I don't know how loud that car was, so we'll see. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna click around so that I'm making sure everything's still recording and going on. Alrighty, the next one is Matt Dinniman's Operation Bounce House. Matt Dinniman's Operation Bounce House. Now, if this artwork or the name of the author seems at all familiar, it is because this is the author of Dungeon Crawler Carl, which I believe is quite a popular series of books out at the moment. I'm not super interested in the Dungeon Crawler Carl books. it is 8 books long, and that's a lot for me currently. So I believe this is, how many pages? 389. No. 390 pages. The writing is pretty big, so although there's just under 400 pages, I don't think it would be that long to get through if you're into these types of books. I think the main genres and themes for this is sci-fi, like a dystopian type of thing, and dark comedy with like a lit RPG type of thing, which I'm pretty sure is the same kind of theme as Dungeon Crawler Carl. So yeah, I could be wrong on that though, because I haven't read those. That's just what I get from reading the back. Which, speaking of, let's give you a little bit of a read of the blurb. So, all new Sonoran colonist Oliver Lewis ever wanted to do is run the family ranch and keep their aging fleet of intelligent agriculture bots ticking. But now the colossal Apex Corporation has been hired to commence an eviction action, exterminate all life on New Sonora in preparation for a reboot. And they charge bored Earthers for the opportunity to design their own war machines, remotely pilot them, and make it a game. The game is called Operation Bounce House, and New Sonora is its playing field, determined to defend the only home he's ever known. Oliver and his friends find themselves fighting for their lives against these machines. To Earth, it's a game, but to Oliver, it's a is one of the books we're reading for book club. It actually looks really interesting, so I think I'll enjoy this one. I believe these, the main genres are kind of like mystery horror, but very experimental in the way where I believe in the book it's the author's actually drawn pictures and diagrams to try and help you solve the mystery. I believe it's murder mystery. I'll read the back for you. So, a series of drawings made by a young woman before her death. A child's disturbing picture of his home. A desperate sketch made by a murder victim in his final moments. Each contains a chilling warning. Each reveals a terrible secret hidden in plain sight. So, I'll try and find... Yeah, okay. So there's like 2 different drawings, and then that'll go, that'll be in conjunction with the rest of the story in that chapter, and that actually will help you to solve the crime or the mystery before I guess you read the book, like the full book. So yeah, I really like that, and I guess that's why it's experimental fiction. Because yeah, it's definitely not something I'm used to and have seen in a lot of books, but I really like the concept. So I believe I've just got up like another like quick description of the book, and it says it's a series of eerie drawings and images from the backbone of interconnected mysteries. As characters investigate these strange pictures, disturbing truths emerge, blending visual storytelling with psychological horror and puzzle-like narratives. Sounds pretty unique, and I'm really excited to see what it's like. But yeah, it's not that many pages either. Yeah, I think it's only 237, which is pretty good. Hopefully it'll be easy to read. Okay, so that is Strange Pictures by lives start to intertwine, they must face the consequences of the decisions they've made and the prices to be paid. It says here, the invisible life of Addie Larue is a dazzling adventure across centuries, continents, across history and art, about a young woman learning how far she will go to leave her mark on the world. Yeah, look, I think not even 6 months, but asked me a month ago, and I don't think I would have picked up a book like this. But once again, the review from that TikToker got me, and it got me good, and I was drawn to it, so we're gonna have to give it a go. I believe this is probably the biggest book, and yeah, it's like 545 pages, so it might be a slog, but we'll see. Okay guys, that is my newest and most updated list on what I want to read and what I'm currently reading. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble about it. If you guys have read any of these books, let me know what you thought about it. Obviously, don't be putting in spoilers, please, but I would love to hear your thoughts and your feelings and, what kind of emotions the books provoked. Well, not provoked, evoked, yeah. Either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts, feelings, and opinions about these books. I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I do have a couple more videos in mind, so I might be able to get them smashed out today and starting to upload in the next couple of days / week, but I'll see how I go. Besides that, I can't thank you all enough for watching and for interacting with the content. I really appreciate it. I really love learning more about you guys and what you want to see in videos, so never be shy and don't hesitate to leave a comment on what you would like to see. Thank you so much for all the support. I hope you all have a lovely day, morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this. I hope the day treats you well. Take care of yourselves and one another. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks heaps, guys. Good night. Good night. Good night. Catch ya, legends.